Welcome back. What's going on?
Welcome.
This my boy James, and of course we all know Anthony, right? James, go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
How you guys doing? I'm James, aka Gecko Smith. Little backstory on that. I played hockey my whole life, and they all called me Smitty. And all my boys were over one day, and they made a smart ass comment. They're like, "Man, you're gonna turn into a Gecko Smith," and I loved it. And I was like, "That's it." I'm like, "Thanks, boys." I'm like, "That's my
There you
name."
go.
So. You guys can call me James, Smitty, whatever you guys feel comfortable with. That's completely
Cool.
fine with me. So I'm glad to be here.
Glad to
Sure.
have you, man. Definitely. We've been shooting the shit with each other back and forth, man. This passionate Chahouas, man. We just had to have you on, man. We,
Love
Yeah.
it. Love them. I'm fired up.
all levels,
Yeah.
man. This isn't just for your seasoned breeders and your expert know-it-alls, man. We're here to share knowledge, kick ideas around, and work with each other, man. This is not a one-person game, man. We all make up this hobby. The man with one gecko and the man with 100. We're all part of it.
Yep.
Oh.
And if anybody says
100%.
they are an expert, they are full of shit. That's what I'm gonna say right now. I always want to hear the people that say I'm not an expert. Those are the people you want to talk to. You don't want to talk to the people that say, "Oh no, I know everything." So,
yeah, no, I'm always learning. So
definitely. So what's your origin story for reptiles, man?
So I might go on a little bit of a tangent
Perfectly
here.
fine.
I'll try to keep it as short as I can. So a lot of people my age, I've been hearing a lot of this, but as a kid, Steve Irwin was my guy. I just turned 30, so that was the 90s kids. That's all we watched. I watched him and Jeff Corwin. He's an American biologist. He's still kicking, still going, doing strong stuff. So I like that. But back to as a kid, that's all I wanted to do is be outside. I'm playing with sticks. I'm eating dirt. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Like I'm just like I want to be in the park. Like it's the only thing that could keep me, entertained was animals and hockey. So that's all I did my whole life. I played hockey my whole life. And I got into reptiles. My dad owned a landscaping business and accidentally clipped a gardener snake with a weed whacker, and we brought it home and we took care of it. It wasn't anything bad.
Okay.
It was like, oh crap. We got the little the skin, and we're like, all right, we're gonna take care of it. So we got the Neosporin on it, took care of it, and that was honestly my first animal. And next thing you know, there's 4 of them in there. She was pregnant, and I'm like, what the heck is this? She laid some babies, and I'm like, all right, this is awesome. So I let him back, I let him go. So that was cool, and that was my first snake. So I was like, all right, I got to get another one. So this is before social media and all that, and I got a ball python, I got a corn snake, and I got a red-tailed boa, and that boa was a mean bastard. I'm sorry, he was. Oh my god, dude! I had that thing, and I didn't know that was before YouTube and all that stuff, and I didn't know how to tame them and all that. And I'm like, dude, this thing is gonna kill me one day. It wasn't that bad, but I couldn't even change the water. This thing's trying to eat me, and I'm like, all right. And that was right around the time I'm going away to college, so I'm like, all right, my mom was like, I'm not taking care of this thing. You're going away, because I played hockey in college. So I was there on the weekend going away, traveling, doing this. Couldn't really take care of the thing. And a 8-foot, 9-foot boa in a dorm room, that's not going to fly.
Nah.
So we had that. I ended up rehoming them to, a good reptile guy. And I played hockey. I did that. I graduated. I loved it. Went to college, lived my life. And then I got a job working at a CNC place.
Really?
Just at a CNC place. I started working there for about 6-7 months, and just to try to get something in my major. I ended up graduating with a bachelor's of science in exercise science and healthcare
Awesome.
management.
Nice.
So that's just a thing that I could do. I liked working out and exercising, and then I like management and doing that kind of stuff. So I tied that in. So I'm working, and I didn't know if I was going to bring this up on the podcast, but yeah, it's part of my story. I mentioned it to Jason a little bit, but one day I'm working, and I didn't feel good. Day after day, my ribs start hurting. My ribs hurt, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know, I'm like, what, this is not right. I've been healthy my whole life. I eat right, I exercise. And it came to a point where I'm sitting there and I couldn't lay down. I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. I'm screaming in pain. My ribs. I felt like Mike Tyson just like broke my ribs all over the place. And I'm like, what's going on? Excuse me. So I go to the hospital. They run every sort of test possible for 2.5 weeks. And they tell me this, they tell me that. They're like, oh, you're fine. You have a stomach ulcer. And I'm like, this is not a stomach ulcer. Like, this ain't it. They released me. They're like, oh, don't do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. 2 weeks later, I'm back in the hospital for a month. Got bruises all over my body. Like, you know, my body's just shutting down. I couldn't do anything. I'm losing weight. They finally did a bone marrow biopsy on me. And they came back and diagnosed me on Christmas Eve. It was leukemia. Oh. It was ALL leukemia. It was, you know, really bad, acute, just blood cancer, just came out of nowhere. So I spent the next 2 months in the hospital, started up chemo and doing all that. And I, just 2 months ago, I just became cancer-free, full remission.
Yeah, that's congratulations right there, man.
Thanks, man. I beat that bastard's ass. He ain't gonna take me down. Go. I'm a lot tougher than that.
God bless, man. That's amazing.
So, thanks, guys. So, to get back to the reptiles, I'm sitting there in my basement and I can't go fishing. I can't go outside. I can't do anything. I'm like, I need something. I'm like, I need something. So I go to the local reptile guy that I ended up rehoming my snakes to. He's still around. He's still kicking. He's doing his thing. And I'm like, what's up, man? Like, I don't know if you remember me. He ended up remembering me. He's like, what's up, man? Like, how you doing? Everything good? And I fell in love with a black and white gargoyle, fired down. It was all white. And I'm like, dude, this thing's sick. You know, like I knew crested geckos were around and leopard geckos and all that stuff, but I didn't really see them in person until then. So I see a fire down gargoyle. I'm like, I gotta have this thing. I'm like, I bought the whole setup and I'm like, I'm coming back tomorrow to make sure that I can do this. Okay. That's a little bit of an impulse, but at least I gave myself 24 hours. I gave myself 24 hours. I slept on it and I was like, all right, this is good. So I went back. I was like, dude, this thing's easy. You know, I'm like, this is easy. I can do this. I got him. I still have him here. It's my first ever gargoyle. He's in a mansion right here. He's just chilling. And so long story short, that next week bought a leopard gecko. And I'm like, this is dope. I got a leopard gecko. These things are sweet. I'm like, all right, little terrestrial. And then I started hearing about the Chahouas. And I'm like, dude, I'm never going to afford a Chahoua, like $1,000, like just to start. I'm like, I can't get one of these. A week later, I go get feeders at the store. He's got a Chahoua baby for $300. And I'm like, man. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, well, you know, I started talking. I'm like, did this come from this pair? He had the pair, you know, I think the pair together was $2,000. And I like the one was all, you know, red and green. And I'm like, this is dope. Where'd this come from? Like, I'm in here all the time. Like, this came out of nowhere. And he's like, yeah, a kid that used to work here. He's moving and he needs some money real quick. So he, you know, just trying to sell. And I'm like, say no more. $300 Chahoua. Like, let's go.
Can't beat that.
And that was it. She's still out here. Surprised she's not out basking right now, but she's the one that started it all. And there it is.
One that I always talk about.
Yeah, the one that I try to like. She started laying eggs now. She doesn't like me handling her since she started laying eggs, but I always try to handle her. She comes out. She jumps out from the cage to my arm for super worms. Like she's cool, man. She's real cool.
Nothing like them,
dude. No, they're awesome, and I really wanted to show that to people with my page. Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to sell you stuff. I'm not trying to be like, here, look at my morph market. Look at that. No, like I'm trying to show you how cool these things are, man. Like, that's what I'm about.
Bringing attention to the species, and I mean, they're like I've had monitors my whole life, but they're just like a tree monitor, man. They're as inquisitive. They're just amazing, man. As far as geckos go, you really can't beat them, man. They're just
No, man.
That's awesome, dude. That's a hell of a story, man. That's a hell of a deal for that gecko, man. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, say no more. And I took it back to him, and he's like, man, you got a deal. I'm like, no shit. Because I wanted him to sex it for me. Because, you know, and I was like, he's like, damn, I didn't know it was going to look like this. I'm like, well.
That's what, you know, that's that breeder's remorse right there. You know, we all
100%. 100%.
Sold some. They're like, damn, when they show you like a few months later, look what it looks like. You're like, damn, I should have sold that thing.
Not me.
But...
Yep, I got it. Yep.
Oh man, so why is Chahouas your biggest focus? Like, out of all the geckos you do have, why is it them that you want to show the most of?
Okay, so I have leopard geckos, I have gargoyles, I have crested geckos, I have lychees, and then I have Chahouas.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I have right now. I've been keeping them for I'm going on 2 years now. So what I have noticed between the difference of all of them, like you just said with the inquisitiveness and how they're just, to me, from what I've experienced, they might be the smartest new cow species that I've seen.
Definitely. Yeah.
Like lychees are smart. They are. I'll give lychees their due. I got one. She sits out here on McDye and she just looks around like they're smart. But my Chahouas, man, like I was making an enclosure and the one was like, "What the hell are you doing?" He was mugging me all day. He never does this. He's so nice. He was like right behind, like right here, like mugging me. He's like, "Bro, what are you doing?" Not today.
You're doing, dude. See, I feel like lychees are brutes. You know, they're not scared of anything. They're the king of the island. They don't have to be. You know, the Chahouas,
exactly.
They want to learn almost. They're like, "What are you doing? What's going on over there? Are we eating or am I eating? What's going on? You know, what is that?"
Yeah.
You know, they come and go as they please. You know, lychees are just there and try to move me. You know, they're just not scared. You know, which is. It's just they're different, man. I'm in the same boat, dude. I own them all. Every gecko that ever came from New Caledonia that's hit the market, I've owned. Nothing compares to Chahouas, man. I'm not just talking one. I've had multiples of all these species. Nothing compares to Chahouas overall. They're just something about them. I mean, I
They're
don't
just wired different compared to the others.
Yeah, man.
They are.
Listen,
That's
I'm
crazy.
definitely complaining, so I'm not going to try to figure it out too much. I got too much other shit to try to figure out about them.
Real.
So where do you?
So
and I love, just real quick, and I love the hunting aspect. I love how they're snipers, dude. I love the head turn, and they'll go chase that thing down. They're not gonna wait for it to run up their stick. They're going to get that thing, and they're gonna smash it, destroy it, and it's gonna be fun to watch.
Named after some type of military marksman for that reason. I got gunner, sniper, all like gunnery names, man. They're just nothing else fits them. That's it. Put something in there, it's done for. They're going.
If it moves, it don't matter.
That's why my male, his name is Bane, because he just destroys everything. He just everything that comes. Well, they don't mess with the dubias anymore. Like I've always heard that little thing about after like 30 grams, they don't really take them. I've been testing it out. Keep on trying to give them dubias. They don't really mess with them. Even sometimes, like I just tried to feed them some hornworms yesterday. The male took it, and the female was like, "Nah, get this out my face." I got hornworms because so my other pair of Chahouas, she just dropped eggs Saturday night. So I was like, "Oh, let me go ahead and get her some waxworms, some hornworms, get her some nutrition, get her a little bulk back up."
Right.
But yeah, my female did not want no part of those those hornworms. I don't know if they just felt intimidated by them or not, but they used to take them.
I'm curious. I got a question for both of you, and I don't know this, and I feel like I should have looked. For some reason, I haven't. But what bugs are these things eating in New Caledonia? Has anybody looked into like what dubia roaches don't come from New Caledonia? What would be like a local feeder insect in New Caledonia? Either you guys know?
That's
from what I know, it's like beetles, right? And like beetles and snails and like not a lot of snails, not like the false chameleons, but like I thought it was a lot of beetles and other lizards. You know, like the gargoyles will eat the skinks that are on the ground and the smaller skinks and stuff. Yeah, the gargoyles are badasses. That's why I like the gargoyles.
Yeah.
They're mean. They got a bite too. Like my female clipped me, and I was like, eh. But yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was a lot of beetles, and like I think there is some crickets there. I think there's crickets everywhere, but I could be wrong. I'm not like a scientist.
Well, probably
Don't put me on
they
blast here.
probably have those green
Katie did, yeah.
that look like a leaf. They probably. I'm gonna look. Obviously, as soon as we're done, I'm gonna have to look it up because now I just gotta know. But I'm wondering if that has anything to do with it, because I personally don't have the problem. These things, I use dubias of all sizes, dude, for part of my bioactive thing, man. I'll throw little baby ones in there and just let them grow. And I obviously feed them still, but I just always have living food in there for them to eat. 2 nights ago, I was looking at my big girl Gunner. She's the one that's like 88 grams. She had a full-blown male dubia in her mouth like it was nothing, man. You know? But I've always heard of them shutting off. People are like, oh, mine doesn't eat him anymore. Mine doesn't do this. I mean, I haven't experienced it, but I'm all wondering if it's because of something in nature, I guess, you know, something in the wild.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they like variety.
Yeah.
I think they get sick of stuff.
Yeah.
I think that I've noticed if I feed crickets for too long, they'll start to eat the diet more.
Mm-hmm.
And then I take the crickets out for a week, and then they're all over the crickets. So it's like, I feel what you're saying. And then I have this little like tray that I put like dubias or superworms in, and I put them on the bottom, and they can't get out. And that, you know, I have a female that goes in there and smashes them, and she's the only one that will do that for the worms and dubias. But everything else, it's just crickets. So I don't know. I think they do get sick of it, and they're like,
makes sense.
This is annoying. And
just like people, right? We get sick of eating the same. If we eat the same thing for a whole week, we're like, I'm done with this shit. Let me go and move something else.
100%.
I look at cheeseburgers every single day because I work for school. I work at school food service. So in the high schools, they serve cheeseburgers and chicken sandwiches every day with everything else. I get so tired of looking at that shit. So I understand their feelings. I know you've been posting some things, and no, you sent me some photos. So of like the new stuff that you've been getting in. So what are you aiming for in these projects that you're getting in? Because those are some high value things right there that you got.
Yeah,
and then who did you get them from as well?
I got those 3 from Ghouls-N-Geckos. He's my man. He helps me out a lot. He's very busy, so whatever time I get, I'm very appreciative of.
Nice.
But him, Chahoua Chamber, Darnell, and there's a couple others that I look up to, and whatever they tell me, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. So, with the goal for those is, I don't really know how the Chahoua genetics are gonna play out. To be honest with you, I really don't. So my strategy was to get obviously animals that I really like and enjoy to look at, and what I really like orange. I really like dark stuff. I like reds. Like all my stuff is like orange or red. It's what I like. It is what it is. And I
said absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, shit, we in the same boat, man. Like that's all. I love orange.
Yeah.
I love reds. That's white. So like my Stropharis, orange. I got a Chahoua that looks like it's popping out orange, so I'm happy about that, because that's, like you said, dark project, orange, maybe a white collar with it. No, hopefully something pops out with that. So that's what I'm hoping for.
So my strategy, I don't know what they're gonna throw. So I have all the colors that I like, and I have different ones. So I was gonna try to put some of like the similar ones. Like I have the one from Chahoua Chamber. She is awesome. She's dark and like orange and just like a beautiful high color animal. Like, I'm lucky he gave it to me. It was on the whole bag rack, to be honest with you. So he was nice. Like, shout out Michael, appreciate you. Like, I love that thing. That thing set me up good. Him and Troy, man, and Darnell, though, I can't be more appreciative to those 3. So shout out those 3. So I have those, that girl, and then I have a male from Troy that is that one that I sent you, Anthony, that we were talking about, I think with your with Gage. So I think I'm gonna try to put those together, two high color animals, and see what comes out with that, and just see. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just gonna try just to see the first year or two and see what throws and what I like. Like, my thing is, I don't think every animal is gonna throw a collar, and that's fine. So that's why my foundation has a collar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll get the ones that have the collars, and then the ones that come out high collar, then I'll work with that. Like that, I'm not out here trying to produce the whitest chahoua ever. I'm not. I'm not. I want to work with the colors that I like, and it's the orange and the red, and I want to have a gecko, like I think you mentioned on the first episode, like a black and orange
Yeah,
show,
Michael Myers,
that,
Halloween,
I,
boom.
dude, like that's a thing. And I heard the black is really hard to transfer over and keep and hold and stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll see. There's a lot of good people working on it, so I'm kind of let them do their thing while I do my thing. And then if that's something that comes out and it stays for generations, then I'm if I don't have it, I'm investing in it. That's what I want.
Refreshing to hear just in itself, man. To hear someone that wants to do something that they like, man. I'm so over the competition, and this one's doing this just because this one's doing this, or I got to do that because this one's doing that. Well, what the fuck do you like, man? Like, goddamn, what do you like?
Exactly.
You know,
I know,
shit, man.
know.
It's a beautiful thing. It's very refreshing to hear you say that, James. It's like, I thank God there's people out there that are thinking themselves and breeding for themselves. See, I don't breed for people either, man. Should something come up where something's got to go at some point, I'll find the right person. But I'm not breeding for you. I'm breeding for me. What I want to make, what I want to
100%.
experiment with, you know? That's awesome, dude. Awesome.
100%. And I look at it like this. I'm the one picking up their shit, and if I don't want to look at them and take care of it, then that's a problem. I gotta be. Hey, with all my animals, man, I'm the one taking care of them, looking after them. I don't want to have 10 million crested geckos that I'm like, dude, this is like, what is it? That's not me. That's not me.
It gets old, man. You start having. You know, everybody does it at some point when they get into reptiles, period. You start just getting everything because you're like, you feel like you're going to miss out on something. And point boils down.
That Noah's Ark thing, right?
I don't really enjoy this. Like, I'm not enjoying this, man. Why I got to fucking take care of this thing? Like, it gets old. You'll last and you'll save a lot more energy and stay a lot more engaged when you're dealing with stuff you genuinely have a passion for. Who cares what it does? Who cares what the market's doing? The market changes like my socks and my drawers, man. Like, who cares what the market? You know, it's
yeah, dude.
Your passion, and not for nothing. No great land was found following, 100 men down the same path, man. Someone had to break off and go a different road, right? You know, it's you can't have, we got a whole hobby chasing a white collar. I mean, God bless them. If that's what they like and that's what you want to do, go ahead. I mean, sell me all the colored shit for cheap, please. Like,
that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
For sure.
That's awesome.
Because we're gonna get to a point where it's all white chahoua, and then it's like, okay, like, cool, like,
and what's next?
Yeah, all right, what? While us three are gonna be working on badass colors, and then the market is gonna change, because who knows what the market's gonna be like in trends in 3 years when I have my babies like ready to go? Like, who knows? As long as I like what I like, that's what makes it worth it to me.
And that's gonna help you for not getting that burnout like all these other people do. Like, they produce so much stuff and they're trying to aim for this because they think it's gonna sell. Then they get burnt out. Then next you know, gonna sell the collection because I don't want to do this anymore. This ain't fun. You keep the stuff that you love. You're gonna have longevity.
You're absolutely every. You check every box on the list for success, dude. You know, it's a shame more people aren't like that, because again, one of the main focuses of our podcast is, the less known species of geckos. We're not saying that everyone should breed chahuas or everyone should breed leeches or anyone should breed anything from New Caledonia. But with all the species of geckos that are out there, it's very important that people find what they're passionate about. Because if you're not, then we just have a surplus of geckos that weren't really bred with any purpose or any real true intent, and they don't fit in anywhere. You know, like it's just adding to the market and watering it down. And things that are made with passion and love have more value regardless. You know, so we strongly encourage people, whether it's crested geckos, honestly, or whether it's day geckos, or whether it's, you know, some of them pterodactylus things that I know nothing about. Find what you're passionate about, man, and run with it, man. If you could wake up every morning with a smile on your face to go clean gecko shit, you're doing all right. You know, I'm never mad cleaning gecko shit. Legitimately, I'm never upset about it. It never bothers me one bit. I literally look forward to it every day. It's like cleaning cage time. Like
here we go. It's 8 o'clock. All right, diet time, cricket time. Here we go. Let's go. It's like a routine. I enjoy it. Like it's, you know, it's like, all right, how you doing? Like you're good. You just laid. Like all right, everything's good. Like I enjoy it. So
hey, so now to get back to the breeding aspect, have you gotten any duds from any of your Chahouas?
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, the girl. Right, that's the first she did lay then.
Yeah, she laid. I think a cricket got to it, but obviously it was an infertile. But no, it was just chilling right behind the cork flat where she chills, and I think she's about to lay tonight. Honestly, I really do.
Years old.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I've talked to a lot of people, and it's either that she laid early or because I don't have the actual hatch date from this one. Everybody else I have lineage, full lineage, hatch dates. It might just be that she was not as big as, you know, just like who knows how old she actually is.
Yeah.
You know, she was just smaller.
I said, one of mine, I said she dropped eggs at age of like 9 or 10 months. So they can absolutely lay early.
Okay.
But no, you still just wait until they hit like 2.5 years old before you're really gonna pair them.
9 months.
But yeah, she ended up I think dropping 2 or 3 clutches before she was 2 years old. No, it just ran like not even randomly. It was literally probably, when was it? I think it was literally right after, like both times were like after the winter time. So coming back, getting into when it starts getting a little bit warmer, and then since I live in Arizona, it's almost always warm. So once our little cold spell happened and stopped, and it got warm, Chahouas started laying duds, even though they weren't paired up. So yeah, that stuff can happen. And then when she did lay her duds, I supplemented her like it wasn't nothing, so she can regain all those vitamin and minerals that she deposited from that egg. So speaking of subs,
and I hit her with we can talk about that. I
was gonna say, what is your routine? What are your subs that you like to use for your Chahouas compared to other people?
So as of right now, I use the Sticky Tongue Farms, the mineral, the calcium mineral supplement. I use the indoor one with the D3. But I don't use it all the time because I have the UVB on. So I use that I want to say every 3 weeks, because I actually just started using a blend of calcium from one of the big breeders that I talked to. It's just a human grade calcium, and it's a 90% calcium with a 10% magnesium mix. It just helps them absorb it a little bit better, I've heard, with the magnesium in there. So I've been trying that out. So that's what I do. It's a
right
here.
So it's a powder liquid. Is that sticky?
Yeah,
you use sticky?
No, that's same thing with that. That's both. I can send you all the stuff that I use. No problem after this. This is what a lot of people like, is the Sticky Tongue Farms, the mineral. A lot of people like that
stuff.
Yep. And then this is the new stuff I'm trying. It's a powder, and then like I said, I can send you that.
Yeah, I like to check it out. Creature habit.
So this is what I'm using right now, and this has that calcium and magnesium as well.
Nice. Yeah, I was waiting for you to drop your supplement routine because I was curious about what you use. So that's what I use now, and I just hit her with the liquid calcium from
magnesium in it too.
That's good. Is that the Rapashi? The Super Plus?
So what brand is that for that liquid calcium that you're using?
It's not liquid.
This liquid calcium is from beautiful dragons. Okay. It's like a it's kind of like Bug Delight, but it's basically like I'm pretty sure it's a rescue thing for bearded dragons. So all the profits go to like rescue bearded dragons. So I really like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I like that, and then I do like the little syringe, and it's like 0.02. So it's like barely any. It's like 2 little licks for them, and I did that after her after the drop. And what do you do? Do you do that after every lay or every couple clutches? Like what do you do
for the
Jason?
calcium? So I follow the
for the liquid.
I follow the Arcadia supplement guide. So every other week on Mondays they get the Calcium Pro, and then Wednesdays they'll get their Earth Pro A, and then Fridays they get Revitalized D3. So I follow that routine right there. So like this week, giving them their calcium, and then Friday they'll get their D3. And I've seen it helps straighten their tails out. Like right after they lay, you'll see like before they even lay, you'll see like their tails start zigzagging because they're getting all that calcium ready to drop that egg. So I always put like a little water cap or water bottle cap, fill that up with calcium. I always have one in there for the Chahouas, just in case they want to lick it, or hell, even if the bugs eat it and then they eat the bugs that are in there, they're going to get that calcium. But after they lay, I'll end up just getting like some wax worms or some hornworms, shake that up into calcium, make sure they really eat really well so they can put that weight back on. Yeah.
Yep, that's something definitely for sure that I noticed after my girl, her hips were sticking out. After just one
I'm trying to avoid it. And I know everybody says it's impossible to avoid. Watch me. I'm gonna avoid it.
It's not. It's called,
well, my thing. Well, I was gonna say, just my thing was, I wasn't aware that she was ready. I would have bugged her up. I would have been like, let's go super worms, hornworms. Let's fatten you up. I didn't know. I wasn't expecting that. And the next thing you know, there's an egg in there. And I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck is this? I wasn't ready. So now with my other girl, another girl, she's like 60, and I'm bugging her up just whenever she's ready. So I think you can do it, Anthony. I think you can. I do.
It's about being proactive instead of being reactive with that stuff, right? So if you're giving those good supplements now, giving her good feeders,
like they were breeding since they're 8 weeks old. I've been treating them like they're getting ready to breed, man. They get liquid calcium in every mix, but protein isolate in them. I put, man, my gecko. I post pictures. These things are 60 to 80 grams, man. Like my geckos,
they're big
on the sauce.
They're big. You do. You got some big.
I give them everything. My bugs were pashy. My roaches are raised on gecko food. I if there's a way to do it, then I mean, I gotta believe I'm on them. These things are eating whole food sources. I'll just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're eating whole animals.
Yep.
So, I've replicated nature the best I can and some. I just feel right, and I'm not trying to judge anybody. I'm not saying I'm correct. I just feel that Mother Nature is smarter than anything Mother Nature has ever created. It's not normal for her to create something that almost dies when giving birth as a norm. Once in a while, possible. I get it. Women die all the time giving birth. But for an animal to crash itself to a point of almost death, laying a clutch of eggs, it doesn't seem normal to me. So I have to believe that somehow there's a way. Maybe like you said with the snails. If they're eating snails in the wild, they're eating shells, that's a calcium fucking overload, man.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that. So I mean, there's something that we just don't know, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it.
I try. They get pissed.
You're risking getting bit, but
I need to be better about that. That is one thing I need to be better about checking, for sure. But I'm pretty all up on them about their tails. The tail doesn't lie. It doesn't. And the hip bones, but that I will be better about the calcium.
How do you check the calcium sacks?
You essentially gotta kind of just rub their mouth with your fingers and let them gape, and then you'll see Yeah. Same thing with crested geckos.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like filled up little. Yeah, like filled up little
I've
balls,
seen,
like back in
the satanic leaf tails. I've seen it with other species. I've just never seen it on a leopard geckos. I think like I've seen them do it with species of geckos. I just didn't know exactly how the hell you get the thing's mouth open.
Oh, you just get them to gape
without pissing them off. Yeah.
No, like they're ready to bite you, so they just open their mouth like they're like, "Hey, back off," and you just look down in there. Like my male, easy. He always has an attitude, Bane. So when I come up to the enclosure, he's already right there with his mouth open, like, "Come on, bring it." And then I just look down. I'm like, "All right, you're good." Female, whenever she gets in her little pissy moods, she'll gape at me, and then I can see.
Never had that happen.
Well, I'll tell you, once
my
once they
Chahouas
start
don't
breeding,
attack me really.
they'll get a little protective, and then you'll probably start witnessing that.
That'll be different.
It's just different behavior once they're
100%. Yeah, once they're paired and
it's different behavior.
Yeah, blew my mind.
I don't have that yet, but that's a new thing.
I was almost like, I laid some eggs.
Yeah,
nothing. 24 inches away. I was like, whoa, girl.
Yeah, she's in mom mode.
I respect it. Fuck it.
Yeah. Matter of fact, how are those eggs doing?
I don't know that they're both fertile. I see red in one of them, but it's not a perfect circle. The other one is absolutely alive. It's 100% fertile. It's the embryo is absolutely, I'm going to say growing, but it's developing. I can absolutely see it developing in egg number 1. I marked them 1 and 2. I'm not so sure about, like I said, but 1 for sure, absolutely growing, man. Craziest shit I've ever seen. It blows my mind what Mother Nature can do. Like, I still don't. She's not even 2 years old, this lychee I have. She lays these 2 eggs, and at first, again, like I said, they both had embryo. They both had, a little Cheerio inside. They both had round reds. They were both fertile fucking eggs, man. And she's never been around a male. Like, this gecko came to me the size of my thumb. She's never been around nothing. But what's interesting, though, is I keep them in the same room and I keep my lychees all together. I'm wondering if just being next to a male and seeing a male and them communicating back and forth was enough. I just don't know. I've just got a lot of things running through.
I think so. No, I think so. They can smell and they can sense other geckos. 100%. They can smell a lot better than we think. And they use their sense a lot more than we think. And I definitely think, like, I have my male and my female lychee that I'm not going to breed them, but they're next to each other. And I'm in for a rude awakening. I have a full, pure GT male.
You got the big ones.
Dark morph. He's about to rip my head off in 3 years. So I had to get a big one. That was my, like, I beat Cancer Gecko. So
there you go.
I had to get a big one, you know?
If I could beat that, I could beat you.
From the biggest. That's what I mean. I was like, this is the symbol for it all here, buddy.
I like that.
So that was my thing. So I'm gonna do a lot of recording on trying to get him to not rip my head off and trying to get him to like me. And I did that one video. I hand feed him, and I think that really helps.
Desensitize him.
Every animal likes food.
To human interaction.
Is he aggressive now? Is an adult? I don't remember. He's a baby, right?
Nope. He's this big, but he's growing like a weed, man. And he's long already.
Mine all GT, dude. Like I said, the only one that was mean was my girl Raven when she had those eggs, but they've never tried to bite me at all, man. I got one. My male he's GTA. He's like almost 300 grams. He ain't even 2 years old. He's almost 300 grams.
Big.
His head is. He looks like fucking. His head big. Is. He's got. I can't even. He has a snapping turtle head, dude. But he's a sweetheart.
Big boy.
I love
it, man. He's super fucking cool, man. They're not. Again, I'm assuming now, like once they get paired, they're gonna flip up on me. But you can absolutely.
I think that's it.
Podcast, like a bunch of guys were sitting around shooting the shit, talking about lychees and how they're not worth having because they're this and they're that, and you're better off with gargoyle geckos or something else and all this other shit. And I'm like, you guys are like spreading myths and lies. Like none of you all just said you don't have lychees, but you're all telling 1,000 people out here and what they do. That's not cool, man. Like, fuck, man. It's if you put the time into it, dude. They act like crested geckos to me. There's cooler. They're not as spastic, you know. They make noises, they grunt, they huff, they puff. But if you get them from this big, you know what it means. It's just like, hey, I'm sleeping, or this is my stick, or they're not trying to attack you or take your fucking head off. They're cool. They're cool.
Most of the time, you just gotta wake them up and let them know you're coming in, and then they're like, all right.
Absolutely.
Like, if you go in there, grab them, pick them up, that's when you're gonna get bit. Because they're like, what the?
Got it.
How would you like it when you're sleeping and somebody's ripping you out of your bed?
Gotta
like,
ease them into that stuff. Oh man!
All right, let's get back to the show. Let's do it.
Anything?
So, my thing, I have my Chahoua project, and then I have 3 crested geckos that I'm working on. That I have one male. He is a tangerine scatter scale. That's, I don't know if you guys
I have no clue what the scatter scale is.
It's basically
pixel.
Do you know what a soft scale is?
I know what a soft scale is.
You know, soft scale crested gecko. So basically, with research that found by Juliana's geckos that I'm really close with, they found that the soft scale, they're finding that it's not a incomplete dominant gene, it's a recessive gene. So it's a whole big thing, but we don't got to get into it.
I read a whole paper on it. I know the whole thing with Caponetto. I know the whole.
Yeah, we don't got to get into it, but I believe the science.
She makes incredible geckos. She's great for the community. She does research. She's like us. She's not one of them sit back and so said this, so I'm just going to go with it, right? She does the research. Like bought microscopes and studied for 2-3 years and magnified scalation. Like she's legit, Jay. She's legit.
Yeah, that's who I want to be around, and that's who I want to work with, and that's 100%. I love her. Shout out to her. She hooked me up with two of my cresses, and so I have 2 scatter scales. I have a het and a homozygous. So I'm pumped about that, and I'm just solely working on that. The tangerine scatter scale thing. That's my jam. Orange again.
There you go.
Orange geckos. Here we go.
I like that.
So that's the male on my logo that I crested. That's him. That's my boy Cyrus. I just named him Cyrus. It's Persian for sun. So I thought it was
there you
go. I got him, and then his female is a that's the heterozygous one. She is. I haven't posted her yet. I think you guys will like that. My crested gecko game is small. I like wide big heads, wide dorsals, coverage, structure. I like Juliana's geckos. Like that's what she has. And I like Chase from Zen-Geckos a lot. Like shout out to those two. That's who my other female came from. Is Chase from Zen-Geckos. I'm down with what he makes. And I'm pumped to mix that girl from Chase to the scatter scale. I think it's gonna create some crazy stuff because that girl from Chase has something special in it. I don't really want to talk about it, but we can talk about it off this.
Send some pictures later.
I think with that, she's got some genes in her, and with my male, I think it's gonna be something
special.
It's cool. I don't need a million geckos. I just need 3, and I think I can make something.
There you go.
Really fun, man. Everybody goes out and buys cred. They collect crested geckos, and I'm not saying I'm innocent. When I first got into them, I was buying everything because I wanted to have all these genes and all these traits, and I learned a lesson, you know. But after the last 3-4 years, I've picked through this collection with a fine-tooth comb, and I have come up with what I'm going to work out with. But you know, the big numbers mean nothing when you're producing geckos that you don't want yourself, let alone sell. Like I wouldn't sell something or attempt to sell, and I don't. But I wouldn't want to sell something I don't like. Like, what sense does that make, man? When I can produce something that I'm impressed with, now the world could have it, you know?
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of studying and reading and looking and learning to get to that point. And you don't get there with just buying everything.
Yeah.
You know, or breeding everything.
That's definitely cool that you're 100%. Sticking to a focus instead of being like this whole Noah's Ark thing of Let me get that one. Let me get this one. So I mean, in the end, that's gonna make it even better for you. It's gonna be even easier to market your stuff on your page, highlighting like, look at this crested, look at this Chahoua. Yes, it is not a white collar, but look how beautiful that thing is, and and you get people interested just like that as well.
You said
I know
beautifully. Not even a question.
Yeah. I've been scrolling through your page, looking at everything. I'm like, man, yeah,
You're definitely
in
gonna
a few years.
Like, you know that, right? Like, you're gonna make white collars. You're coming out of those lines, like you.
Yeah, I'm really proud. I'm really proud of what I accumulated and over the years. It's a lot of hard work, man. With the Chahouas, it wasn't just like, I don't want people to think like, oh, it's just some rich kid that buys all of them stuff. Like, no, man. I all my savings. I was selling my hockey sticks. I was anything in my garage. I'm not using this. Gone. My grandpa had a nice $1,000 Tempur-Pedic bed that was just sitting in his house that he didn't use, and he's like, "Do you want this?" I'm like, "Gone, sold." That's a gecko right there. So like, I was grinding, man. I wasn't like, I don't want people to think like I'm out here, just I have the most money. Like, no, like I have 17 geckos total, and like they all have like I have 4 or 5 pets, but all the other breeders, like I love them just like my pets, but they have a purpose for breeding and trying to create animals that I want to see and what I want to promote to the world and what I want to show.
For sure.
Great, man. You're doing great.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And all this glass, man, I am a sucker for a deal. I wait for all of them to go 50% off. I'm hawking the pet stores. I got 3 of these things with EcoWorks substrate. I got that. I got a light that I'm just probably gonna sell on Facebook, like a light bulb. But I got all this stuff for $70. All this glass. I'll send you the deal. Like I'm gonna make a video on it. It's a whole 12 by 12, 18. With the EcoWorth, with the plant, with this for $70. You just gotta find the deals.
Yep.
It was at my local Pet Supplies Plus store. Like they had a huge like mix and match like sale on everything, and I almost shit myself. And I'm like, give me 3, like So
I do the same thing. Like when Triple L out here, when they do their Vivarium builds, so you get a 12 by 12 by 18. It's like $84, but you fully plant it yourself. You get like a little thing to make a water kit in there. It's get the soil, the woodwork, everything for like $84. So that's when I usually hit. Yeah,
awesome.
And I don't even use it for anything.
That's what I mean. You got to take it.
I just like give me it and I take it and it's like, all right, store it somewhere.
Marketplace. That's serious. If I could find them on Marketplace, man, I've paid about like 15 of them, but I would like to. I just don't own my house. I live in an apartment, but I would eventually like to have all of them glass, But I've paid the most I've paid. Well, I did buy a couple brand new, but is like on Marketplace, it's probably $50, $60 for someone that bought a gecko. I'm like, shit, fuck it, I'll take it. They're giving you the light and everything with it. I don't use half the shit, but it piles up and I pass it on to the next guy that needs it.
Yeah,
exactly. And if you want to do it right, you can absolutely do it right on a budget. There's no excuses for. I mean, bins, absolutely. I use them for some things. Bins have their place, right? They do. But when you have an animal that you put so much money into that I mean, they live better, man. They're the animals that I keep in plastic tubs versus the animals that live in these fully planted bios. Dude, there's no doubt in my mind that they're not happier. Their behaviors are totally different. One that's living in a
dude, they're different.
Is totally different than one in a plastic bin.
No, I agree. I'm trying to do everything that I can to stick with glass, but I know that I'm gonna have to use tubs for babies and stuff. Yeah. I understand, but with my adults and stuff, I'm trying everything. Like, everything.
I got my adults. They're all in PVC, and then like the babies, like I said, they go in tubs, and then once they get a little bit older, I have gecko condos that are all PVC, and I put them in those. So, I mean, I got a local guy out here that does all my PVC work, so it's a little bit cheaper than me trying to reach out to like Tamora Designs or Focus Cube Habitat. These people that are out of state, it's gonna run me an arm and a leg for
Yep.
shipping. So I mean, I hit up the local guys, a little bit cheaper. I mean, it's the work is not quality as theirs, but it does the job. So go with that right there.
Yep.
So as far as your you're feeding your geckos to diet.
So I think I'd say about 60-40 bugs.
Okay, good.
I'd say I do mostly. I like the bugs, but like I said earlier, they do get a little like, all right, I want the crested gecko diet. I feed Pangea, fig and insects is my staple.
Okay.
They just everything loves that. Like my lychee will only eat that. You know, the gargs eat it, the crusties, the chahuas all eat it. It's just I don't know what it is. They all like it, and they all grow on it too. So I don't put it all in a big shaker and blend it all up. Like like I said, I have 16 geckos. So I put each powder into a Gatorade cap and I control what
how much is going in there?
Powder goes into each. So so I put a lot of powder into it, you know, so when they're eating, they're getting a lot of it at once. So it's not watery, runny. I put a lot of powder into
nice
it.
And thick.
And I've noticed that, yes. And they lop it up and everything's good. But yeah, I really think you have to feed bugs with these things, even cresteds. Like you have to feed bugs. Like they grow better and everything. So this is I don't want to say names, but I got a chahoua, and this thing was a year old. How much do you think it weighed when I got it in?
Hey, I mean,
I don't know.
25 grams.
It was 10 grams when I got it in. Yeah.
That's crazy.
This thing, and I asked him, and he's like, nah, you know, I don't feed bugs. That thing flew across the country. I put crickets in that thing, and it demolished 6 bugs instantly. I put 40 grams on that thing in 6 months.
Sad, man. Breaks my ass heart to hear that shit, man. Fuck.
Yeah, and I don't think they still to this day feed bugs because of parasites. And I'm like, dude, you just panicure them once every 8 months. And I'm like, so yeah, that's another that I didn't like that. You know, I don't necessarily talk to them anymore. But yeah, you got to feed bugs with these things is what I'm trying to say. A 10-gram gecko at a year old, that was unacceptable.
That's just laziness.
And that was my and they didn't update the post, and you know, and I'm just like, I was pissed, but I was like, okay, I can shoot this thing up. So and that's what I did.
No growth like defects or anything. Is he all right?
Yeah. It's good. Like everything was good supplement wise, like everything, calcium and everything. So like it blows my mind. I don't know how like she was fine that way without bugs. So maybe they were doing like extra supplements like that. I don't know about
cool too, man. Probably had her super cool. People
that like room temp.
Degrees. Keep them at 60 degrees. Keep them at 60.
No. They like that hot spot. They need a hotter spot of like 80 to 85. They do very well with
set
that.
At 83 degrees, man. These motherfuckers grow like weeds.
And I think that's why you have such bigger ones. You know, they're in a, and it's not like a heat lamp sucking out all the humidity in there. Like it's just it's a natural environment. Like that's my problem with my climate is I'm in a 65-degree basement right now. So all of my geckos, what are you're gonna pull up an 83? Like I'm in a hoodie, bro.
Now 80 right now, 6% humidity. 80 degrees and 66% humidity. But I got the windows open. But I humidifier, man. I run a humidifier, and again, like I said, I got lucky. I got a room, so I got it wrapped in Mylar, like Mylar insulated blankets around everything. I keep it like
that's cool.
Trees and plants and real like palm trees in this room that, believe it or not, help with humidity, maintaining ambient humidity and stuff. I keep bowls of water on heat pads in a greenhouse. I got a little greenhouse in my gecko room. Keep my my hatch box, and I got some frogs and some carnivorous plants and shit in there. But that helps with the humidity. Like I just they from New Caledonia. I should feel like I'm in New Caledonia.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that setup. So I have to run a 4-watt heat pad on a little spot, and then I with the UVB, all of it goes like 70, 71 throughout the whole enclosure once the UVB enclosed, and then they have like that little hot spot with that 4-watt thing, and I don't put like the whole thing on there. I put like it's literally just so they can put their belly on it. And you know, they're normally glued to that 80, 85 hotspot. And then once the lights go off, they're in that ambient 65. And I really like that. I really like how that, you know, that goes. So I kind of try to use that to my advantage. You know, the hot and then the night, I like that drop. I think it really spikes. You know,
like I watch lots of videos on New Caledonia, not just about geckos, but New Caledonia, the island, the peoples, the trees, the fruits. Figs grow in New Caledonia, if you guys didn't know, but they're wild
fig.
Yes,
yep.
Different type of fig than they're eating probably, but there is a native fig to it's endemic to New Caledonia. But New Caledonia is broken up into dozens of microclimates. You know, not every chahoua is living on a part of an island where it has the same climate as one that happened to be born inside the jungle. You know, that it's, I don't know how to really explain it, but just, I mean, like people living in a city. We all live in the same city. You might not all have a backyard, you know, like, so it's, I believe that they tolerate such
100%.
a range because of the, you know, the layout of the land, if you will. Like it's, they have a wide range if in their parameters, if you will, you know, and I've experimented with all of them. You know, I just settled on what I settled on because I feel like I get the best, you know, reaction. I don't know. I get the best. I don't know what the fuck the word I'm looking for, but I get the best result. You know, better word, but I get the best results with this range that I've been working with. But it's not to say that I haven't had success with cooler temperatures either. You know, at nighttime, it gets cold in here, man. It'll drop down to 70s, you know, 66-ish is about as cold as it's really ever gotten. But they do fine, man. And again, I can only imagine a gecko from New Caledonia that's living on the coastline and palm trees and sand under them isn't living the same type of life as one that's living 7 miles inland in the bottom of a tree in a forest. You know, not living the
100%.
same life. Now, yeah, temperature may be the same, and the overall temperature of the island may be the same, but it's absolutely going to be a different microclimate inside the rainforest and the jungle as it's going to be on the beach. You know, it's just
definitely
common sense.
100%.
But it's consistent. You know, consistency. I mean, you got it though. You're doing what people struggle to do, man. You know what you're doing, man. You know what they need. You're giving them the hot spot. You're giving them the temps. You give them the cool spots. You got the gradient figured out. I mean, there's not. You're again. I hate to sound like a broken record, but you're setting yourself up for fucking success, kid. Like you're doing good. You know, doing good.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So what's that gut loading recipe be looking like for you? Like I know I like to go. I go to the store and grab kales, squash, pumpkin.
So yeah, that's something that I kind of had a problem with the cancer and leukemia, like going out and getting that stuff to the stores. And you know, my mom, she's got health problems too. She's always sick, so she goes to the store. She's sick. Like it was kind of hard for me. So we always had carrots around, and that I use carrots a lot. And then I got this. Here, let me grab it. It's Josh's Frogs, the cricket meal mix, and I really enjoyed that for. I enjoyed that just for like the ease of everything, and it doesn't say the ingredients on here, but it has a whole bunch of grains and a whole bunch of good stuff mixed in. So with that and the carrots, that is what I've been using for a while. But I just recently, I'm gonna switch over to this other recipe that I have here, and it's gonna be. I can read it to you. No, you're good. I'll send it to you too with the calcium. It's all part of that, but it's all like organic stuff, and it's basically rolled oats, tricolor quinoa, brewer's yeast. I'm gonna put that calcium dust mixture in it, chia seeds, alfalfa meal, blue cornmeal, and another spirulina, and it's all like there's all percentages of it and how much to do, and I'm gonna try that. The guy that recommended me that has like the best structured chahoas ever that I've seen, and they're all big and they all come freaking perfect. And so I'm gonna try that. He suggested that, and he gave me that calcium meal mix, so I'm gonna try that and really go with that and see what happens. I'm still going to put the carrots in there because I like the carrots for the hydration, and I use, like water with the cotton balls, and
make sure you soak your carrots.
There's some other
like any veggies you use, soak them in water so it gets some more hydration in there. So when the feeders do eat that, they get hydration as well as nutrition with that.
What do you use?
Oh, that's a good tip.
Cool. We all talked about using a variety, but what do you rotate through for your feeders?
What feeders do I use? So I my staple is crickets. I like crickets because the movement, I can gut load them good, and I do gut load for 48 hours, not 24. I gut load for 48. I think that because not every cricket's gonna go get a chance to eat if you watch them. Like the dominant ones will go take what they want, take it and leave. So that's just, I think it's just better because wherever you get crickets from, man, they're just giving potatoes and just like bad stuff. Like you can't just throw them in there. Like that's not getting anything. So I do crickets, and then like we talked about with the egg laying ones, I try to do super worms, try to fatten them up, try to get them. Whoever will take hornworms, I will. And then dubias, same thing like you talked about. I can't. They get 40 grams. They don't want to touch them. I don't know if it's a movement thing, and I don't keep them in my enclosure. The only bugs that I have are springtails, isopods, and then whatever crickets are in there. I don't I don't want them running around my house just in case. I don't think they would live, but you never know. And I got 2 kids. They would, yeah, they would. They probably would. Yeah, I don't even want to try it. And I got two ferocious cats that take care of any crickets.
Or crushing crickets. Fucking great.
Yeah, it's cricket night. It's cricket night. I got my girls. I don't have to worry about any loose crickets. Like I'm not worried about crickets with that. With roaches, that's
I got house geckos for all that.
That's my thing. Crickets.
Yeah, I got a bunch of house geckos in my apartment, so. I bought some bunch of house geckos and I just let them run around in my apartment. So whenever like a cricket gets loose or something, they go in there. Like literally, I've had the house geckos try to get into my cricket bins because they were like, "Yo, I'm about to eat all these up." It's happened before, but
like there's the food.
But so if a cricket does get out when I'm trying to put them in cups and stuff, they're gonna be gone. No, because those geckos are ferocious.
And I let a gecko out. My wife would have my shit on the back porch so fucking fast.
I live by myself. I'm good.
Oh, that's badass though. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean it helps out. Yeah, I live in an apartment complex.
Cool. I like that.
You got all these other people that are dirty as hell. So you always got that. There might be that. They might have an infestation or something like that of roaches or something. So at least if I have my gecko, have a bunch of random gecko, freak out and see what the fuck is that. So
have either of you tried lobster roaches?
No, I have.
Red runners would be the only ones that I would try, but
God damn, they're so fast.
I can't afford that. I mean, I really can't. I can't afford an infestation. Yeah. Like I don't. Like my parents own this house, and not good.
I feel you. Good. Yeah, I got mine like in a nice contained bin, so they can't get out. I put I have like double-sided tape wrapped all the way around it, so if you get caught in there, you're not getting out. So yeah, but I mean I feed those red runners to my stropheras. They love the hell. They will chase them down. I've never seen my some work that they got to do to get. I see round circle trying to catch them, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun to watch. So you're pretty much badass. In every community of like New Caledonia.
So I think I just vibe with the Chahoua people the best. I don't know what it is. Like Chahoua and Lychee people. I just vibe with them the best. Not to say that I don't get along with the crested gecko or the gargoyle community. to me, the crested gecko community is kind of too savage. It's too competitive. They're all like, no offense, guys, to all the crested gecko people, but it's too savage. They're too competitive. They're two-faced. Some of them. There are great people like Juliana's Chase, from Zen-Geckos. There are, and I'm sorry for anybody else that I talked to that I forgot. But back to it, they're just like way too competitive. There's way too many people coming and going. They're all like, I don't know. It's just not my vibe. Like I have my people.
And everyone's got the magic touch too. Everyone knows everything in Crested Geckos.
Yeah, exactly. So I just stay in my lane with those things. I talk to the people that I talk to and I trust, and I kind of just stay in my lane. Gargoyle community, I think they're really cool, but they're kind of getting to that point now with the reds that everybody's like, oh, I gotta have the best red gargoyle on this, and it's like, guys, like pink gargoyles are cool too. Like purple gargoyles and pink gargoyles are sick. Like orange gargoyles are cool.
Black
like
and white, like you have, man. I love ones.
That's what I mean. That thing's so badass, cool dude.
Shit. Yeah, see, and I like.
Like, are you kidding me?
Blotch hurts my head. Once you not like that.
Now, like a skeleton blotch or something. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I love those things. Darnell had one.
Black
and I was like, dude.
Imagine a black base with white, dude. Tell me it would be the fucking sickest thing in the world.
Dude, that would be the sick. You got to do it now. You have to do it now. You have to do it.
It's on you, Ant. It's on you.
That's what I would want to make that. How does nobody want to make that? And they're all arguing about the red shit. That's I'm like, fuck, he doesn't have enough reds for you? Like, damn.
Yeah. That's. I'm just like. I'm like, okay, like
take one of them, man. Yeah. Oh man, that would be a project I shot out for. If I was to do it again, I just think that they're,
that would be badass, bro.
Nightmare Before Christmas line or something.
There you go. There you go. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Bro. That's your new project. Yeah. Oh, somebody's got to do it now. You got to see it. So I mean, they're all. Back to the question, they're all the communities, like we all keep most of the same stuff, like they are, but I just vibe with people who keep chahoua the most. I don't know what it is.
Learning,
and
we're all looking to each other for advice. We're all humbler, if you will. We're all on that still absorbing knowledge. Other than your big guys, that they know a little more than us, but even they're humble. Like,
oh yeah, chahoua really real humble you, so cool. Humble,
yeah,
because they're not as easy.
I guess I don't know. I like James said, man, they're just cooler, chill people, man. There's no egos really. No one's better than you or you're doing wrong. It's all like, hey, that's cool, but I do this. Maybe you try this. This has worked for me. Well, what are you doing? You get asked questions is what I should say. People in chahoua circle, at least through my experience, like me and James, man, kicking ideas and just bullshitting with each other. He wasn't telling me nothing. I'm not telling him nothing. We were just talking and seeing what works and what he's got going on, what I got going on. And it's just a different type of vibe, man. It's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. So I like the kind of like bioactive movement that I'm seeing. I like people that are trying to work and do that. I really encourage that. Like, Anthony was talking about, you get a better response. The geckos are happier. You got a live plant in there. It's feeding off oxygen. It's taking the CO2. It's giving it microclimates. It's giving the shade. You fill it with cork bark. It gives the surface area. It's just a lot better. I saw that trend. I'm really down with. I'm really into it. That's awesome. Dakota Blue Exotics, he does that. I watch him on YouTube and stuff. Like, I haven't really talked to him personally, but he's really behind that. And I'm down with that. So shout out to him. Just stuff like that. I like that. And I'm starting to see, I like how. I'm starting to see people starting to like the different color chahoua, like the black chahoua. I'm liking that. And I'm starting to like people like not get so hyper focused on having a whole white animal. It's still there, like we talked about, but I'm starting to see, and I'm liking the trends of like, all right, like let's start to create something else with the Chahoua, like the black, like who is it? I know ET's got a really badass one. ET's Geckos has a really sick
stuff.
one. I'm like, man, what was the? I think we all commented on it. It had a black collar. Who had the black collar one? Do you remember that?
I don't know whose it is, but I've seen pictures of legit melanistic chahoua. I don't know whose it is.
Brian McVeigh. Yeah,
really.
He has a melanistic.
Yeah.
And I think he's actually trying to prove out if it's gonna be a super or not. So I think he said this year he's gonna prove it out.
Maybe it was Tinley. I saw a clip of someone doing a show.
I was at Tinley when he did that. So at the October, I probably should have got one. They were only like $1,000. So I'm sure now it's probably gonna be up more. But seriously, it was crazy. I
wonder, does it stay?
Well,
black?
He showed me his adults, and they were
like, because it's melanistic, right? So it's all black.
So like I said,
that's what I want. So it's it was Cosmic Exotics with the black collar. That thing, we all commented on it. Like, that is dope. Like, that's sick. Like, shout out. That's sick. So that's the trends I like. I like seeing that bioactives. I like the people focusing more on that, and I want to see people more like, if you have a pet Chahoua, like, I want to see people like interact with it. Like, it doesn't have to be like all this. I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. Crusty mommy stuff, like, here's my. It doesn't have to be that. Like, no, it doesn't. I just like. They can crawl up your arm like Reptiliatus does with the toques. Like, they can crawl up your arm and like hit that stuff like the monitors do. Like, I want to see that. I really want to work with that. Like, I want to see people do that. Like, they're cool. So I'm trying to do that behind the scenes. I'm trying to work on that. I'm trying to get, I'm the females won't do it with the egg laying now. They're all hyper focused on everything else. So I'm trying to work on it with my male. I got a little one that I'm working on too. You got to start it from small, but I want to see people to see that.
So once breeding season's over with,
work like that, work on that, and do that.
Female.
Okay. So once she's not
once
focused
she's
on
not
that,
laying
she'll go
anymore,
back to
she'll get back to normal, and then you can pull them out. Hell, I just pulled my female out a couple days ago. She was fine with it. Pulled my male out. I was real hesitant with the male because Bane is Bane, and he likes to bite my knuckles. He always goes for my knuckle. Yeah, see?
That's what I mean. Look at that. Yeah, Andy's just like that. Like, Cresteds are like, oh, shit, I'm out here. My gargoyle's breaking her back, trying to get away from me. That's what I mean.
This is Vader, my man.
Like, even if they do freak out for a second, they run up your arm and they're like, all right, I got it out of the way. Now they're chilling. They're like, all right. They do that slow chameleon walk. They're like, oh, like, it's so cool. Like, yeah, like, they'll just chill with you. Like, I love it.
Come on.
Like that. Like, I want people to see that. Like, they're so cool from a young age. And they use their tail. They grip on. They're very reluctant to drop it. Like, I love it.
I mess with them from birth, though. From when I get them, I make them do like tail pull-ups. Because I always get worried about like flopping tail and shit. I'll make them do pull-ups with their tail all the time. 10 clips.
Yeah. Well, as long as they have enough, sticks and cork bark there, and that they grip onto it, and they're always using it. That's why I don't like bins as well. I mean, you can put stuff in there and stuff, but I think that
it's much more harder for them to grip on the bins.
Active.
Yeah, but
fucking love this dude. Right there.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, I want to bring light to these guys. I do. That's one of my goals with the Gecko Smith account. I'm not trying to force feed you, sales or morph market. Check out this. Like, that's not me, man. I'm trying to show you my passion for these things. My mom's like, why do you have a whole long thing? People aren't going to read that. I'm like, I don't care. It's for me. I want to describe what my geckos are like. I'm like, I don't care if you read it or not. I want to show you what it's about. Like, that's what it's about. And, like, I love these things, and they helped me through a really hard time in my life, and it's from my passion, and I'm here for the long run with them, and I'm in it, and I'm always here to learn, and I love it, and I'm always trying to get better, like with the husbandry and the bugs and everything. So like I think it's important for people to come on and talk. Like I was reluctant at first to come on. I told Anthony, I was like, I don't know, like that guy's so cool. But I was reluctant to come on. I was like, I don't know, like let me get a little bit more experience and stuff like that. And he's like, nah, man, like just come on and talk about it. And I listened to your guys' second episode, and I'm like, I'm going on. I'm going on. Like I'm just doing it. Like I was a little nervous. I was like, but it's Chahouas, man. Like this is my passion. I can go on here and talk for 5 hours about these things. So I'm glad. Like thanks for being patient with me, and I just needed to get a little confidence, and I needed that
Everyone
second
starts
episode.
off somewhere, right, man? Like everybody, not
right
with them. I don't want people to think that they're elite. They're not crested geckos by any means, but they're not an elitist species. Like if you care about them, I believe you care about anything enough, you can keep it. It's
all
how
about,
much time
it's all about research.
Doing
that.
Just pay attention to them, man. Just care about them. If they were your child, you'd figure it out, right? Like
they are mine.
Yeah, I mean, observations,
they
right?
are.
I'm up in
all up in it, like a teenager. Like I think he said, all up in it.
Absolutely, I have to. I just. Well,
that's me too.
I want to.
Yeah,
I want to make sure. I want to make sure they have what they want and they're happy and they're, not just animals in a box. I mean, I don't really want to get into it, but I've been in a box, man. It's not any situation that any person should want to be in. It's you need a brain, especially in an inquisitive brain of any species will go fucking crazy. Look at horses when you take them away from a pack and put them in a stall. Look at any animal that interacts with an environment or another animal for that matter and take them away from that. They're going to go fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. 100%. I definitely agree. I'm not trying to like anthropomorphize anything or trying to like cuddle with them. I'm just saying they need enrichment. They need live bugs. They got to stimulate
We took them from where they live. It is our responsibility to at least give them a little piece of what the fuck we took them away from. So,
right.
Not that they're all wild.
100%.
Hypothetically speaking.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Do you have any ambitions to? Do you go to shows a lot? Do you have any shows out your way and check them out? There it is.
I have not been to a show. Because I don't. I'll buy something that I don't need, and I'll get into it. But I don't have any ambitions to vend a show. I don't think I will have enough animals because a lot of people say, you need to vend a show, you want like 100, 150.
Look, I don't know about that, but
I'm never going to be like that.
That's all. Like I was thinking about doing a show this year, but I don't think I am. I'm just going to probably build up my inventory and maybe next year get it. And I still got to work out all the vending stuff because right now for my location is like almost a 2-year wait.
Damn.
And ball pythons and maybe even cresties, they don't even let you in the show because there's so many.
What show is out near you?
Yeah.
Who, me?
BC. Both of you guys.
Oh, me? Well, for me, it's just I got Phoenix Reptile Expo. There's a Repticon, and then everything else is California with the Reptile Super Show.
What about you, James? Does anybody are they like a name, like one of those show me reptiles? Does anybody come out near you that does the shows?
Pangea is from Michigan, so they're a Michigan company, so they do a lot of like the local shows. But the closest big one would be the one in Chicago.
Oh, the Tinley.
Tinley would be the one in Chicago. That would be the one that I would want to go and talk to people that
definitely go.
I've made some connections with. That's
I recommend
something I would want to do.
And meeting people. I mean, they're not going to replace that much. They're great to network.
Yeah. But then also there's the education part to that as well. I said I went to the Gecko Symposium, and there was so much information on that one. Like we talked, like all the people talked. So we had like people talking herping around the world. You had Joe Hupp talking all about you. You had who was the guy that what's his name, Steve Sykes, talking about what the market looks like overseas and what's the next big thing that's going to be popping. So there's a lot of good information in there, and it's a lot, and like you said, a lot of networking, especially because it's all gecko people there. So like Pangea was there, and then all your OG gecko like Wally Kern was there. You had Joe Hub. You had some of the YouTube people there as well. You had Tiki's Geckos, all kinds of people there. And it's always good to network in those kind of shows. And then you find crazy cool stuff too. I found so much ridiculous stuff. It was, man, if I didn't have rent, I would. What happened?
Asking Jay who made his logos for him.
Kamara Skulls. I just saw a post like 2 days ago that she's not doing it anymore.
Oh,
so I might have been like the last one or two. She told me she was struggling with arthritis problems, so I think she was having a problem doing all the art stuff with that. So, but yeah, she's badass, man. She's from Scotland. She did a couple other she did like raspberry geckos and a couple of things for Morphinagerie. She's freaking awesome. So wish her the best. She's cool, but yeah, this is some of my stuff. You know, I'm really, you know, hyper focused on the Chahouas, but I'm trying to show people that, you know, I have other geckos and, you know, and trying to get people.
That's your GT. He is dark.
Yeah, he's gonna be. He's from Raspberry Geckos. He's from the Gator line. He's gonna be.
Is this the new one from Troy's over here? The Chahoua with the collar. It looks kind of orangish.
This one.
So that one's from Chahoua Chamber. That's the whole back. Yeah, that's the whole back release.
What is so what's the parents? What were the colors of the parents?
It's fire.
For this one.
So they are, I think they're a little bit like orange and red. So we're gonna see how it stays. Like all of this stuff, like colors change on Chahouas. I know, I understand. I get the colors are gonna change. The colors are gonna change. Like I understand. So that's why I try to get from the lines, the best lines that I could, that keep and produce, you know, the solid stuff.
That's good right there.
So with that one, that's the one. She's gonna go with the Troy male that I posted up a little bit.
One in the middle, Jason. She's badass too. That's the girl, right? No, that was a male. You said, right? That burgundy's like burgundy, all the white and gray.
That's a female, and then the one to the left, that's a male. That's from Darnell, the one with the collar.
Darnell? I don't know who Darnell is. Like, what's his company name? Huh?
Empire Exotics. I'm sorry,
Empire
Exotics. Empire. Yeah, man. He makes. I talk to him all the time. He makes insane shit.
Yeah, he's awesome, and he doesn't post a lot of his stuff, but I know he's got some fire. So all three of those are the Troy Geckos ones. Yeah, all three of those.
I definitely like that one. God damn,
brilliant! It is brilliant.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah,
man, that's gonna make some fire.
Yeah, if she holds her collar. Oh, if she holds her collar, man.
Yeah, I'm not even looking. That's crazy because I'm not even looking at the collar. I'm looking at the colors. Because it look.
That's what I mean. If she stays with the collars, ooh, that collar's gonna be. If that holds, I'm pumped. But that one to the left, Showtime, the one I just posted, that one's gonna be a red as hell. Red as hell. That collar is gonna pop, and it's not the best video because I'm trying not to show everything at once. But she's gonna pop, bro. It's gonna be all red with the white, and it's kind of gonna be like my Red Wings, like the red, black, and white. It's gonna be dope. So I'm pumped for that. Yeah. So those are those are basically my foundation stock that I have now.
All right.
And the couple cresteds that I have there, you know, those are just, you know,
from
there for the
is that from your Juliana's crest?
Oh, the one up that's pinned, the tangerine one that's pinned up at the top. That's the one from Ghouls-N-Geckos. Yeah, that one.
Okay. Nice.
That thing is gonna have a noggin.
Cool. So
I'm pumped about that. I'm excited.
Definitely.
So what were you
I
gonna
was
say?
to say, so I mean, we're running about an hour and a half. So, Anthony, you got anything else?
That's it.
Yeah,
You asked me the second time. You know I could keep going.
I know. That's why I'm
I'm the same. I can say it for 5 hours.
Before I say anything. No, I was like, all right, Ant, let's see what you got.
What's your end game? Tell us what your game is.
So I'm just trying to produce badass shit that I like, man. I don't necessarily know if I have an end game. I don't even know when I'm going to sell a gecko. If I am ever going to sell a gecko.
You want to work with?
Idea.
Is there anything else you're super interested in trying, like, I mean, not work with, but like stuff that you have? Are you interested in breeding any of your down the road, maybe lychees or anything?
Yeah, like if my GT, if he, if I do, produce a couple quality animals that I sell, and I probably will just reinvest it into the gecko game. That's just how it is going to go. So
that's how it always goes.
I might, yeah, yeah. So as of now, it's just going to be Chahoua main focus, and then with my one crested gecko project, that's all I really want to do breeding wise, and I want to get those going. I really want to just dial in the Chahouas. That's my thing, man. I really want to do that.
Since you started, so you're fairly new to the species. What's one thing you wish you knew before you started that you know now? Like, what's one of the biggest lessons you've learned, or what would you suggest to help people the most that people may not know? I can't get this question out the way I'm trying to, but like,
I know what you're trying to say. I would suggest having a strategy and preparing everything, and not. I understand that impulse buying comes with the territory. I understand that's how it comes into. But if you can kind of control that and find what you really like I bought gargoyle, leopard gecko, chahoua, lychee, and then a crested. Like crested was last, and then I was like, okay, which one do I like the best? Chahoua by far. And I'm like, I want to work with chahoua. That's what I want. Hyper focused on that, and then I started really diving deep into who I wanted to work with and what lines I wanted to work with. So I would really suggest to take your time, look at the pairs, see what they produce consistently for the babies, see if that's what you like, see if that's something that you think that you can work with and that you really enjoy. And not just go with the trends. Do what you like. That's my biggest advice, man. Like, if don't go with the trends, like they're gonna change. Yeah. And by the time you hatch out a baby in 3.5 years, man, like they might not even want what you have, and you spend all this money and you don't even like it. Like that's not it. Like just do what you like. Don't worry about the trends. Like kind of just do your own thing, right? And don't worry about everybody. Yeah, don't worry about everything else. But for husbandry wise, if the one thing I didn't know is don't ever use a heat lamp. If you're in a climate like me and you have 60 degrees, 65, don't use a heat pad, light. Use a heat pad. 4-watt heat pad. That's all you need. The lights are a killer. I'm not saying like I had an animal die on me, but you're going to fight the humidity battle and you're not going to win. So that is my thing. Just from my experience, I was only using a 25-watt heat lamp, but it was sucking everything out, and I was putting it on a corner, and like I had I'm just like, dude, fuck this. Never using these again. 4-watt heat pads, UVB. That's the way to go. So if anybody has any problems with their climate, I'm here. I'll help you. I've done it all. I know what it is. I'm here to help. Don't feel free to ask me questions. I'll tell you everything that I know, and then I'll ask people who know more than me. So that's
now,
what I got.
Everything you have, let's face the facts. Anyone that's in Chahouas already, knows the coin that you probably spent on them Chahouas, and not everybody has the money, unfortunately, to go and buy the stuff that you brought from the breeders you brought from. If you had to
Mm-hmm.
suggest some qualities of a breeder that someone was going to go and purchase from, what do you suggest a newcomer to the hobby looks for in a potential breeder that they're going to buy a gecko from?
Okay, that's a great question. I would definitely go with somebody who feeds
That's what I
bugs.
was hoping you were going to. Okay.
Yep, bugs every time. You got to do that first. Learn from that story that I told earlier. Gotta look into their husbandry. Make sure that they feed bugs. If and like I said before, with the pairing, know what you're getting into, and try to see if you can see like, okay, these throw red with some white on the sides, but have a line like that consistently a couple times. Look for that, and then I could pretty much tell you who to buy from and who not to,
Oh
but
yeah.
you ask me if you need. But no, I would just say do your. Everybody beats this phrase into oblivion, but do your research. Really do try to listen to a podcast on somebody, and you really will know how they keep and how that they are, and I'm nice to everybody. I hit people up and I'm like, hey man, like I have a couple questions. Like, don't feel bad. Answer when you can. Like, I just need some advice. And if that person is not willing to give you a time of day or try to help you at all, like even before any sales, then I wouldn't recommend working with them. That's just from my experience. If they don't have the time of day to help a new potential customer out, then they're not going to have time. Who knows? They don't have time for their animals. They don't have time for this. Like that's just a recommendation that I would say. I'm not saying go up and blow people up and try to like get their life story. No, but if you ask them a question and like if you ask them a question and they give you an honest answer and they seem humble and legitimate and they treat their animals right. That's what I that's who I want to go with. They feed bugs, they treat them right, they give them the supplements that they need. I tend to go with people who have UVB on their females. I like that, So UVB on their females, I like that. All of my Chahouas have UVB. I understand I don't have 1,000 geckos. I can do UVB and I can afford everything. But if you're gonna have Chahoua, I definitely would recommend UVB.
Absolutely,
I would.
Who's your preferred?
Yep.
I would say, who's your preferred? Who do you use? What do you use for UVB? Like, what manufacturer do you prefer out of all of them?
So I wanted to get Arcadia, but I can never find them here. Never can find them here, and I've had problems shipping light bulbs in the past. They get broken, people step on them, and can never find it. So I use the Zoomed, the ReptiSun.
Yeah.
I got the Zoomed cover, and then I used the 5.0, the Shade Dweller one from Zoomed. No problems.
Yeah.
Love it. I'm actually a Zoomed guy. I like Zoomed a lot. Yeah. Shout out Zoomed. All my enclosures, Zoomed. EcoWorth, Zoomed, like the heat mats, the 4 watts are either Zoomed or Flukers. Like everything that I have, I use the ReptiSafe. That is one thing. People need to dechlorinate their water before they spray their geckos with the ReptiSafe, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. You need to do that because it's got electrolytes. It's good for them. And you don't have hard water stains nearly as much. It takes all that out for the hard water stains. And I really do think that is important, not to use tap water. I'm not saying go out there and buy a reverse osmosis machine, but
I go to the
try to
machine
use filtered water with the
water.
ReptiSafe. Boom.
Yeah, I fill
Me
up
too.
like
From the fridge, the purified water. And then,
I gotta go to one of those water places and I fill up like 3 5-gallon things, and then I use those for my sprayers and then for my humidifier.
I was gonna do that too. Yeah. How much does that cost you?
So
to fill up a big gallon thing. I was looking into that. How much does that cost you?
What's that?
And then how much does it last?
I never heard of this.
RO water?
No, I know what RO
Oh,
water is. I'm talking about water place to go fill something up.
oh, just like those standard. Well, we have 'em well, I live in a desert, so we gotta have these water places around here. But
Hey,
no,
it's got
yeah, we got all these. We got like water stores. We have little stands that dispense water and ice. Um,
that's an one
generally,
of the things. Not gonna have
yeah,
that.
yeah. But it
Yeah,
5 gallons will last
I
me
kind of want to do that too. Like,
probably about I'll say about 2 weeks or so.
Really.
Yeah,
damn. So yeah, that might be something I gotta look into, the reverse osmosis water, because I think it's better
On
for the plants
Amazon
too.
for 80, they sell a thing that goes right on your faucet, just like a Brita. Swear to God, hooks up like a Brita. Comes in a whole kit, $89, man. All you do
yeah.
here is
No
change the
shit.
cartridge in it, man. It's reverse osmosis water, man. $80.
Well, I'm gonna have to do that then too.
Trust
I
me.
have to do one of those for
All the
sure.
plants and shit. I keep all these crazy plants and shit too, but it's worth it, dude.
100%.
Cool. Yeah. So I use, like I said, like you, I use Zoomed and I use Arcadia. They both put out a little bit of heat, which is good, especially in the wintertime.
Yes.
When it gets cold and that light turns on, you can see them just hugging it. It is so funny. But yeah, yeah, they will hug the because since like I said, I got PVC, right? So I got the lights inside the tank. So I drilled it all inside. But yeah, so they'll literally just hug onto the light fixture just to get a little bit of warmth, and then they just go about their day. But
What's that thing in front of his screen?
oh, his mic's unmuted.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, no,
what's that?
but, no, he.
Up here. I keep trying to touch it and move it like it's on my phone.
No,
Bro,
yeah,
dude, it ain't
I'm
moving.
just.
Where's that one, man? That one right in the middle right there, dude. That gecko, he's got other pictures. I love that fucking gecko, man.
This one?
Love that chahoua, yeah, man. It's like burgundy, bro. It's like burgundy and gray. Thing is fucking sick. That's the same one?
Yeah. Fired up,
Oh,
fired down.
Yeah. He that thing is awesome.
Yeah.
That's where
When
he's
you
gonna
put
get
them in
them.
that UV, man, it's crazy.
That one too, man. That's one of the new got right
Hey, James,
there.
you're on mute. There you go.
Better? Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're good now.
Oh, sorry. I was. Yeah. My dogs were going crazy. But yeah, that one to the above the one reel. Yeah, the one to the left right there. Go one more.
This one?
Click on that one. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, that one. Yep. And then go a couple. That one. That one's from Empire Exotics from Darnell. That thing.
Okay.
Dude, look at the collar. It's a smiley
Holy
face
shit.
at the end.
That thing goes up to a damn thing's head. It's awesome.
Dude, that thing is gonna produce some stuff for me. That's an Empire Exotics right there.
I love looking at them blend in. How they look at that collar. Holy shit.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's almost the top of his skull. That's crazy.
I know. But
damn.
And another thing too, I want to say for new people, I took advantage of a buyer's market. Like people were selling Chahouas for cheap, and I took full advantage. I would get them on sale. I would talk to them. I'm like, hey, like, would you mind like doing free shipping or like doing this? And the worst they say is no, and you're like, okay, like that's fine. Like, okay, no problem. So I was always trying. Yeah. So I was always just trying to find, like good deals and trying to build, like, some friendships. Yeah, relationships with people. And I, like, and I got lucky with some of these. Like if it was 3-4 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to afford half these things. I'm telling you. So
would have sold before they would have been in Korea.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I took advantage of the market 100%. So that helped me, and I'm excited for these things, man. Like this is my passion, and
excited for you.
Oh
Legit.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I
I
love
can't
when
wait to
good
see what
people.
you start popping out, man. So
Thanks, guys. Like,
you got some great looking geckos. Oh my man, like this one here, I keep looking at. I'm like, man, that thing's gonna be sweet.
that
Oh
thing's
man,
she's awesome. Lava, I call her Lava. Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
just so curious
man,
what, like, because you could be shooting yourself in the foot by making the wrong pairing too. Like just because what I mean, I don't know, but say you have something that looks one way and something looks similar, and you think that you're going to get a super form of it, like a crested gecko or something, and it does the complete opposite. Because now
Mm-hmm.
some of the whitest collars, whitest backed chewies I've seen come from fucking geckos with hardly any white on them, man. There's like no white.
It's crazy.
because
It's
they
like a
carry them
shepherd,
Yeah.
genetics,
and then
right?
boom,
Yeah.
every
Yep.
offspring almost white.
And that's the other thing too with Chahuas. Like if you're looking for Chahuas, you don't have to get that one that has the craziest collar. But if the parents are whatever they are, you just want those genetics, and that's something I've learned from Michael the Chahua Chamber. He was always says like, look, just because that's a $10,000 gecko, but it's going to produce offspring that are not worth 10,000, but still carry those same genetics. So it's just
Yes.
you just gotta take a little bit more time to get there, but eventually you're going to get there.
Jay, click on that
Yeah.
photo in the one right next to the logo on the top, that top row. Who's that right there?
This one.
Yeah.
And that's what I was going to tell you. He's on that reel. If you go down, that's the same gecko. That's what I was going to tell you. That's the exact example of what you were just talking about. That thing might not throw. That's just like an intro. That's like an intro of all my stuff. So go down,
Gotcha.
click out of that, and then click on that reel, the red one. Yeah.
This one?
That thing's, yes.
That's
That genetics are crazy. His
Troy's?
sibling sold for $20K.
That's one from Troy's.
Holy shit.
Yep. His siblings sold for $20K.
That's exactly
Now,
what I'm
is that
talking about. Watch that
considered
thing make
a green collar? Because I don't see it being white. It looks green to me.
Yep. It's so yeah, I would say that one honestly, it turned more green as it got older. But that's just how some of them do, and some of them don't. It's cool. But I know that the high white genetics are in that thing. So if I pair it to the right girl, man, ooh.
Absolutely. That's what I'm trying to say. The geckos that I'm talking about come from geckos that look just like him. They'll make geckos
100%.
damn near all white, and they look just like him.
And that's what I went for with that dude. And my thing, I'm like, he might not look like much, but genetics in that boy are crazy.
Yeah. Genetic power.
And that's another thing. If you don't have the coin, that's what you do. You look up for the genetics and you find animals like that. That gecko,
I love him. Oh, he's pretty. I love.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that expensive, but he's got the genetics in him that are gonna. I guarantee you, one gecko from him will pop something crazy.
Absolutely. It's not even a question. Coming from the line, like just knowing the lines and the breeder, and I mean that's what I'm saying. Some of these big breeders breed for very specific things. Like you'd be foolish to think that Troy Geckos is not going to have geckos that make white. Buy a gecko from him without a trace of white on him, you're gonna get white. That's what he does.
100%. Love it.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm just fired up, man. I appreciate you guys having me on here.
Yeah, no problem.
And I could talk to you guys forever, but I know you guys have stuff to do, and I will
go feed.
Gladly come on again. I'll gladly come on again in a year, and we can talk about what what I've learned and all that. Like
that'd be awesome.
Definitely.
That'd be great.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Get your perspective on how you raise your hatchlings to to juvies to subadults. Get all that stuff from a new breeder perspective.
Yeah, definitely. And I would love to help people out and share my experiences and and talk. Yeah,
you definitely are. This is a huge help.
You want to tell
again? People are going to be super nervous because they feel that because they haven't produced anything, they're not worthy, or nobody wants to hear what they say. That's exactly who I want to hear. Like, I want to hear the people that are still trying. Like,
yeah, you never know. They might find a new way to do something. But so tell everybody where they can find you at.
So right now I'm just on Instagram, Gecko Smith. Instagram. That's just what I'm doing. I'm kind of just focusing on that. I'm not trying to have too many things. Just trying to focus on, you know, the animals basically. Trying to get my name out there now for now. And I just like sharing, you know, my passion with people. Like, it's like I said, I'm not trying to like sell you stuff, or, you know, I just want to share my animals with people and talk to people like-minded with me, and just get some cool friends in this hobby, man. That's all I want.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah,
absolutely, dude.
All right, so
I appreciate you guys. Like, you guys are awesome.
We appreciate you, man. Honestly,
yeah,
I can't
definitely.
I can't dang it, but I mean, I think one more time is enough, dude. Thanks, thank you.
Yeah,
man, just coming on here and building up the courage to come and talk about your successes, your failures, your future plans. You've probably helped, you've inspired, intrigued, and motivated plenty of people, man. And that's what this should all be about, man. Bettering, improving the hobby, helping. I mean, this is you're doing great, man. You're gonna do very, very well.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'm genuinely happy for you. I'm happy you beat the fuck out of cancer. I'm happy that you didn't just take that shit. I'm glad you're still here, and I'm glad that you found this hobby, man. That's just awesome. Destiny.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, well, no problem, man.
I really appreciate it.
All right.
And I'm looking forward to building our relationship with you two. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to.
Oh, for sure.
You got some projects,
you definitely
Jason.
Gonna hear from us. Yeah, you definitely gonna hear from us.
You got some projects, Jason. That.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got some things
and
going on.
And you too,
on,
Anthony.
So.
You guys got some cool stuff that I want to follow and maybe get into. So I definitely you'll be hearing from me. So.
All right. Cool.